Alright guys, thank you for tuning in today. I am the mediocre watch reviewer and yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's been a while and I'm grateful that I managed to pull through that whole summer without losing any limbs in the process. So what I have for you today is not something, super out of this world, expensive or rare or the likes, because that's not what I do. But I feel like these two watches are kind of, the oddball in the lot, if you want to put it this way. So I'll start with this little orange one here. And this is a Seiko Divers Quartz from 1988, if I refer to the number on the case back here, which is 986, so June of 88. How did I came across this one? I mean, I'm not a big fan of Seiko watches in general, but I got married this summer, so I wanted something cool that is, not your average. Oh, I want something really dress and classy for my wedding. I wanted something that just is fun, cool to watch, that has kind of a cool little story behind it. And this one actually did the trick pretty well. So I wore this at my wedding, and the way I acquired this was pretty cool too. I asked around for people in different watch communities if anyone had something cool and funky for a wedding. And the guy came to me and he's like, "Hey, I have that Seiko Quartz diver. If you want to have a look at it." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Let's have a look at it." And I'm like, "Well, I know these are usually selling for premium if they're in any good condition." So I'm like, "Hey, I didn't want to spend like $500-600 for a watch because I couldn't simply afford that kind of money at the time." So he's like, "You gave me such a good deal. I was just nuts. So I had to take it. And I really enjoy it. I really like wearing this. Now the battery's dead. I'm just waiting on the new battery to come in. Other than that, it works flawlessly, keeps good time, date and day changes at the right time overnight. I mean, the crown's a little stiff, but that's no big deal. That's not something I wear every day, obviously. So for what I do with it, it's a pretty cool watch. And the story does not end there. While I was looking for that watch, I was also looking for a bracelet for it. So came along this guy here. So I asked around if anybody had a bracelet for an SKX for sale, and I didn't really mind paying for paying good money for a strap cord or any other bracelet that was coming my way. But somebody came along and said, "Hey, I have that Uncle Seiko, but I don't think it's the right end links. But anyhow, I'll just give it for free." And I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." All right, so I'm like, "Wow, this is so kind and generous." So he sent the bracelet to me, and I ordered the end links from Uncle Seiko, stating that I kind of need them ASAP because I was getting married a few maybe a week after, a week later or two. So coming from the States, I just wanted to make sure I have the right end links on time. And I believe it's the owner. He actually replied to me, say, "Hey, congratulations on the wedding. We'll make sure that you'll get the end links on time for your wedding," and which I did, and it ended up being a fantastic day. And I am thankful for everyone who came along and made this my wedding watch. But the subject of today, if I may, is a nutball watch that I found on Marketplace here. And I was like, "Yeah, Seiko watches, me, yeah, we don't get along that well usually." So I was kind of hesitant because he listed this as a running watch, but a slow running watch. So I was like, do I take a chance on it? What do I do? The price was kind of right for the state it was in and the description it gave. So I was kind of, yeah, let's give it a try. Because at the same time, somebody was selling the non-bracelet variant who also has a red second-hand tip. and he was asking for about $200 more for his. I was kind of debating, should I pay more and take a risk, or you can always pay more and then you end up with a bad watch regardless, or you can pay less and end up with a good watch, and the other way around also applies. So I said, you know what, the hell with it, I'm gonna try the one that is listed as slow running. So this is Seiko, and model number is SARG0009. So it is a 40 millimeter diameter watch case. It is 47 millimeter from one lug tip to the other one here. It is 12.5 mil thick, so it's not the thinnest of watches I had. Most of my divers are around 12.5, 13 millimeters thick, but it has a dome sapphire crystal, so you can add like 0.5 millimeter right there, which is not super dome, but it still adds to the overall thickness. It has a non-screw down crown, but still has 100 meter of water resistant, which is plenty enough water resistant for your everyday use. This model was produced in the mid 2010s and was not produced for a very long time, contrary to the SRB line, which most popular model within that line was the Alpinist SARG0017 and the SARG0033 and 035, which were just massive hit amongst watch enthusiasts overall. So this one does sports the 6R15 movement. I don't know if we can actually see. Let's see here. Let me just wipe it down a bit, because these watches are simply like smudge magnet, if I may say. Yeah, so if I can focus, 6R15C, and I was hesitating because I read a lot of bad stuff about the C variant, because it had A, B, C, and D. And if it had a bad mainspring and whatnot, this could end up costing more than what I paid for the watch. And I won't disclose how much I paid for it, because I might use this as a good trade in the future, because it's running fine, believe it or not. I don't have a time grapher handy, so I just use one of those apps on your phone that just use your microphone, which is pretty much the same concept as a time grapher, but it's not as accurate, or you're missing some crucial information like the lift and goal and whatnot. So it's running fine. The beat error is okay, and on the wrist, you wear it upside down and different position. The setter was saying it was losing about 30 to 30 seconds a day, 35 seconds a day, and so far it's been 24 hours and it lost 10 seconds, which is well within spec, and I'm super happy that it actually runs fine. And I just have to put it on the time grapher, make sure that the amplitude and everything else is okay, so that I can actually move forward with it, whether I keep it or whether I get it serviced and then try to trade it or sell it and get my money out of it. If service costs more than $300 for it, I'll just leave it like that, and I'll probably try to flip it on a later date as a non-runner. For what it is, the price was definitely below the average for what they are going for, which is, to my opinion, really ridiculous. If you're in Canada, your money is worth not much compared to the US dollar, so you're gonna be paying a real premium on those if you buy one in Canada, unfortunately. So that being said, I love the watch, and it came on the original bracelet, which is same style as the SARM lineup, so pretty standard oyster style bracelet. One funny thing about this one, though, is it does not have pin and colors. It has kind of a weird sort of pin for the bracelet, but no colors, and so if somebody can shed a light on this, please chime in the comment. Other than that, it's a pretty well worn bracelet with the underwhelming Seiko clasp with 2 micro adjust. I will not be wearing the watch on the bracelet because I have a hard time adjusting it properly because there's no micro adjustment, and it's not the greatest of quality for a bracelet. But overall, the watch is kind of a cool watch to look at. It's kind of a good mix between a field watch and kind of an aviation type watch, if you want to stretch it a little bit. But it does resemble vaguely to the Tudor Ranger watch, so it's kind of a affordable alternative, if you want to call it this way. And having the date is also a plus. I always wear watches with a date complication because I just love that complication. And I mean, I can show you a watch I have not been wearing because it does not have a watch complication, and it's my Navigator with no government markings and no branding, but it also has no date. So this is on the back burner, and that's also a project, so I'm going to be working on that in the next few months. So there it is. I mean, I digress a lot when I talk, so I will keep this for a while, hopefully, and I'll do a proper review on this in the next few weeks to come. So thank you everyone for tuning in today, and I apologize for the back noise. My cat and my dog are just going around in circles after one another. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great and blessed Thanksgiving, y'all. See you.